Today we are taking the children on a bit of an adventure, a historical adventure through Thame and onto the housing estate where I actually lived for a little bit when Brendan was very tiny. It is about the Civil War in Thame and John Hampden's part in it. So we're starting at the John Hampden Memorial Plaque. I will put this here for you to have a little bit of a read. You can pause and read at your leisure. There you go. And then we'll move on to the next bit. We'll tell you the story as we go. So John Hampden fought in the Battle of Chalgrove and then came to this building here. Sorry, it's very windy. To be healed, I guess. But unfortunately that wasn't going to happen. And he passed away just a few days later.
I'm just going to get a house.
Are you going to stay in the house, are you?
Yeah, with our family. It's great.
Some of the original beams.
Do you see Greg before?
I don't think I've met Greg before, no. Fish?
Fish, I wonder what the importance of fish is. We'll have to do a bit of reading and find out. So we've worked out that this bench here with the fish on it is depicting the fish that were in the ponds at the moat, which is where we will be going. It's not the next stop, but the stop after that. In real life, in the olden days, yeah, back in the day, Oz. So the site where we are now, which is here.
How are the fish even real?
These aren't real, sweetie, but back in the day, this is to show an image of sort of what was here. There was a big house here, a huge, great big house.
Okay, but how are the fish real?
I think that's just water. I think that's just to show the water. But the big house behind it had huge, great big fish ponds, and we'll see the remnants of the fish ponds in a bit. I've got myself a really lovely courgette and some sort of flan type thing, but it's completely gluten free.
That smells nice.
It does smell nice, doesn't it? It's got all like roast potatoes and cheese and vegetables in it. That's good. We are just about to find the artwork done by the local school. It's got a little bit of information about several of the people who fought in the battle. We've just come across this sign which actually explains it much better for the children, and it's saying that all of the roads in Leigh Park, which is the housing estate in Thame, are named after the English Civil War. The war began in 1642 during the reign of King Charles I. The war involved conflicts between two groups, the Royalists, who were also known as the Cavaliers, and they supported King Charles, and then the Parliamentarians, who were the Roundheads, who opposed him and were led by Oliver Cromwell. And Charles I chose Oxford as his headquarters during the war. And this is just some pictures that the children have done. So the reds were for the Cavaliers, and the Cavaliers, and the Parliamentarians were all in blue. So we've got different roads all along here: Titchbourne Avenue, Vane Road, Weldon Way, Wentworth Road. There's loads and loads of different roads, and they're all named after significant figures who were, on either side. I'm not going to take a picture of them all because that would take forever, but I'm just going to do a quick scan. Obviously the school children have drawn them, which is really sweet. It's a lovely way of learning history. This guy looks like he's lost an arm. I wonder if he actually had lost an arm. I'm loving the little moustaches as well. That's typical of the era, the time. And actually, a lot of the children have drawn very similar styles. They obviously took great attention to the facial features and the hats as well that they wore. I'm loving the pantaloons on this one. So Sedgemoor, this was about the Battle of Sedgemoor in 1685 during the Monmouth Rebellion. So Sedgemoor Drive is actually, and that's not actually part of this battle. Rushall Road as well, Rushall Hall in Staffordshire, was captured by the royalist Prince Rupert in 1643 and was taken back by Parliament in 1644. Only had it for a year. But yeah, this is a really interesting way of teaching the children about the local history. If anyone local would like to come and have a good old look. Marston Road, why is that one black? The Battle of Marston Moor, fought in 1644 during the Civil War. So these were like little battles that were going on subject to the main battle. Oh, so here we are, Roundhead and Cavalier. So there's Roundhead Drive and Cavalier Drive, I think it is. And it says the panels have red coded borders as follows: red for the Cavaliers, and blue for the Roundheads, black are the names of the Civil War battles. These colours don't really matter because the English Civil War began with people swapping sides all of the time. Cromwell said that some of his best soldiers were former Cavaliers, but I wonder what he made of Scottish Colonel John Ury. He was a Roundhead, then a Cavalier, then a Roundhead, then a Cavalier, and then he was executed. Very wise, just can't make up his mind, can he? So we were just reading a little bit back there about the women during the Civil War, and a lot of them followed the army, and they did things like sold them cheese or socks. Sold them socks. I guess you need socks when you're marching a lot. Never would have thought about that, but I suppose it's a very logical thing, isn't it? You do need socks, and I imagine they go through a lot with all their marching. Sorry, this is very bouncy. Anyway, there were some women, and this reminds me of the whole Mulan story, there were some women that actually went and fought aside their parents, you know, their dad or their brother, and there were some very famous ones, and a lot of them were like drummers, but I mean they obviously secretly did this, they were not really allowed to do it, they had to kind of look like men, but a lot of them were the drummers, and there was a famous poem as well about a woman drummer and her contribution to the war. I will put a little bit up there for you so you can read it. There you go. And yeah, the drumming was apparently a call to war, to rally the troops. Also, the different beats would tell them whether or not they had to charge forward or retreat. So it's all very interesting stuff. I'm not going to film everything because otherwise what's the point of you guys coming and doing the trail? But if I find anything specifically of interest that I think would be really good to hear, then I will film it. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're doing this really cool historical trail around the local area. This is what was always called the moat when we were little, and it's still known as the moat now. This is where these fish ponds apparently were. It is thought that was part of the house that was right over there in that direction, and we've just found something flapping in the wind that should not be there. Something has got caught on the aerial of that masonette. Huge, great big cover of something, maybe a trampoline cover or something, or patio furniture covering, but it's like a giant balloon. Okay, this one says that little is known about the moat. The site was excavated in 1973 and is thought to be post-medieval, but fell into disuse in the late 18th century. Where you stand is cherished far beyond many places in Thame. You can bring your friends and family to the special place until you're very, very old, and it'll look just like it does now. It is a scheduled ancient monument, the highest level of protection for a historic site. Nearly 20,000 scheduled monuments are in England, and only a small proportion are moated sites. And this here is the fish ponds, where the fish ponds were in the moat. On the other side, it's got the Boldington family crest, and it says, did you know that the northern side of the moat supplied 3 fish ponds with water? So that would be over there where the houses are now. Oh, it's a ladybird. And then it says, yeah, dead one. They would have been teeming with golden tench, sweet tasting perch and juicy bream.
Ew.
The fish ponds were owned by Boldington Manor,
Fish.
which was over there. We talked about that one, didn't we? Over there. Oh, hold on, I'll get a picture of that in a minute, Jackie.
Can you make clean my aura?
You want me to clean your aura?
Yeah.
We need to smudge you.
Do it then.
Okay, I haven't got any. I'll just waft your aura for you. There you
Do
go.
it.
Can I see that, please? Right. Oh yeah, there's 2 people standing next to each other. I just thought it was one face.
Right.
Right. That makes more sense now.
Right.
Yeah. See, I just thought that was one face.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It is them fronting up
It is
to each
fronting
other.
up.
It's hot, very hot.
We are now back from our educational history trip around town. We popped into my parents', had a cup of tea. What else did we do? Went to the library, and Ozzy signed up for the reading challenge, and we picked 3 books. Oh, we're home now. We're going to do some making of butter. I've got a little pot to put it in that he can shake. I'll put the lid on, of course. I've made sure it's one that seals really well so he can make some butter. We did something else. Oh, we went to Smoochy Moo Moo's and we had a lovely... What did we have? You had a boba tea.
Yeah,
and I had...
sweets.
No, you had boba tea, you didn't have sweets. So all the dogs are going crazy. And I had something else, but can't think what it was.
Oh, no, was it? Oh, no,
Oh, I had rhubarb and custard ice cream.
Yeah.
In a gluten-free cone. And what did Harry have? Milkshake, chocolate milkshake. So it's been a nice little bit of a treat. And then I cheated because Sky was going to be late coming back and there was a lot of faffing about and we had to get back for Emma's to go to the gym and all the rest of it. I was like, the boys were getting restless and it was coming up to tea time. So we actually picked up Burger King. It's been a very treaty, junky day today. Poured a bit of double cream into there. I'm going to put the lid on and clip it on tight, and it's got a little seal gaskety thing on these so it shouldn't leak. And then he's got to sit and do this for ages. Yep, just like that.
Goodbye.
Get your wiggles out, won't it? Get them wiggles out.